So I was looking for games before doing this, of course, and I actually couldn't find anything interesting at all that really tweaked and made me want to think, let's cast this game. So I decided to pick one out of that Viper pack, which I got the other game for, and I can tell you right now, it's going to be different, which is good. I want to show something like this, because I often don't. I usually stick with the standard videos of between like 20 and 30 minutes or whatever, but I think it's about time we show something different. I'm thinking I'm going to really start and show these things, like, no matter how long games go, I don't care. If there's something interesting happening, I'm going to do it, because we really don't see that much different things happening these days. So this should be interesting. Over in the green, we have the Viper, because this is from the same pack as his other game, and over in the red, we have RoR Leblanc, and I think you'll be able to tell by now that they're playing as Huns. There's no houses magically sprouted up out of the ground. So, Huns v Huns, and something a little different, I can tell you that right away. Viper scouting out fairly well. Let's have a quick look at the maps. Viper having his gold on the front, berries on the front as well, wood on the front as well, as gold over here. It's not a very nice map. It's extremely open on his part, going to be extremely hard to defend. So he's going to have to do something pretty interesting to try and do it. Might even have to drush or something to keep it going, just to keep his opponent away from him so he can get in there and actually get his economy set up. Maybe even wall on a map like this, honestly. Not very good at all. Over for Leblanc, if we have a look, he has his berries on the side, wood on the front, also having this wood here in the back. However, it is quite small, this one over here being quite far away from the town centre, so naturally going to the one in front, having his gold and 2 stones over on this hill over here. Hills wasn't something we talked about with Viper, actually, we're going to have to go back and cover that, as well as having his gold in the back here. So map not too bad in a way, still pretty open, but going to be able to wall this off. Definitely a lot nicer map than Viper's, a lot nicer. Having his gold on the front here as well. Viper having this hill on the front as well as one around his lumber. That could be quite an issue. However, this one over here could go for exactly the same deal. So currently not really seeing a lot different out of the players. Moving forward with the boar, going to be able to grab that one there. Second boar is in for Viper, second boar is in as well, and starting to get some low HP on those villagers. No loom done yet. Have you gone for loom? No loom either. Gonna have to be careful with them because they can be sniped very easy by scouts. And it looks like Viper scouting out his opponent right now, taking Hunt over on this section over here. Viper not going for Hunt, however there is a barracks coming up, and militia being created. So going to be able to go for something interesting here, and only going for 2, potentially going to see a third, just because it's standard, but yep, there we go. So we're going to see 3 militia rush. Looks like he is going to try and, what was he doing there? Was he trying to secure the deer, or... Looks like he will be taking Hunt, so he will be able to have that extra food. Going to be able to make up for the militia quite quickly. Currently on 27 population. Over for LeBlanc, we see 23. And is he going for a drush, or is he going to up? I guess that's the question. Just finishing loom and upping. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Where's Viper's militia? Viper's militia here with his scout. Obviously going to try and get some harass, so we'll swap back to him. Viper currently still on 28th population. And still not looking like he's going to up yet. And getting in there, getting some harassed. If this came in any earlier, it could have hit before loom, which could have been quite a big deal and could have just made defending this really hard. Forcing the palisades up there, which is good. Potentially going to go hurt this lumber over here, as well as these berries in the Hunt. Can be extremely annoying to lose them that early in the game. Viper on 29 population, and has the food to advance. Going to go up on 30 pop, something a little... We don't really see that. LeBlanc going up on 25 right now. I believe he's got militia out on the field here, so he has 2 out, and 1 queued. So he is going for, I think it was about, what, he's got 2 out and 25 population. He's gone up on 22 villages plus the scout, which is different from the 21, because you usually have the scout, which is 22 pop. So going to be able to fight this one out over here. Going to be able to try and do some damage. 3 militia versus 2, though. We know how that ends, especially when you add the scout in. Scout, I don't know if it's that much stronger at this point than a militia. I don't really think so, but still saying that, the reason the scout's so effective in drushing is because it can tail villagers back to the town center, and because of that speed, can take them out quite quickly. Here we're seeing some of that Viper micro. Going to be able to get a few free hits on that militia there in the center. Going to take 1 out really quickly. And it looks like he might be able to take... Ooh, that one there stuttering for a bit. Viper getting the heal advantage over here. However, that scout will be taken out. And it looks like Viper's going to just take this one here. However, saying that, the scout's going to be able to run back in. And if he's quick with it, he might keep his militia alive. No, going to just lose that militia there. Viper, what's he got? 4 on gold already, which is an interesting one. LeBlanc got his stable up. Going to be queuing some scouts up. Viper Still not even in the feudal age, and we're currently at 12 minutes into the game, which is usually really hard to play if you get a late feudal age, just because of the fact your opponent comes in with those scouts so early and can get the damage in there. However, saying that, Viper just about to hit, and what's he going to do? He's going to go Archery Blacksmith, which means we're going to see a fast castle out of him, seeing these resources. Definitely an interesting play from him. I've pretty much constantly said fast castling on Arabia is a death threat. Well, not even death threat, what? I can't think of the term right now. Someone in the comments can surely correct me when I think of that. Death Wish, that's the one. But fast castling, very interesting play. Blacksmith going to come up just as he gets the 800 food. Something tells me he's been practicing this, and up to castle age he goes. Going to drop another archery range. Having quite a few on gold as well, so he's going to be able to sustain this production. Has quite a few farms up, and has quite a few villages on wood actually. Scouts are coming in, going to be a little bit of an issue to try and defend. Hasn't gone for a spear yet, it looks like he's lacking the food to actually go for it. Saying that though, going to be forced into combat here with his villagers. Doesn't look like he's going to lose one. Oh, saying that. Going to lose one, but one scout going to be taken out in the process, and two getting hurt there. Archery range will come up. And he nearly has enough wood again. Gonna drop another one by the looks of it. Yes, there we go. Spear is out. Archer is out for Viper right now. And I think that Archer's gonna be in a bit of trouble until that spear moves in. At any rate, that spear gonna be pretty much stopping anything that Leblanc decides to do. Leblanc in this situation, only just getting his archer range up. He should have just started on gold. Yes, he's got the 3 over there. A few more scouts on the way, and a lot of farms up. So he's gonna be able to continue to keep that scout production up while he produces villages. Spear's currently moving in to try and head off these scouts, and it looks like they're going to get there just in time. Town Center going to fire off a few volleys, but isn't really going to hit anything. And I think Viper's about to hit Castle Age. And he's got through this as well. This is a big thing. He got through the Feudal Age Assault there, where the biggest problem with fast castling is, and that's a 16-minute Castle Age time. He's going to be producing cavalry archers, going to be getting fletching, and this is really an interesting playstyle from him. Does not have a stable up though, so won't be able to get bloodlines. But cavalry archers are being produced at this stage, and, well, it's looking like he's in decent shape, which is interesting for a fast castle. Spear looks... was that a spear there? It looks like a spear got taken out anyway. Viper doing extremely well here, and it looks like queuing villagers still, and there's the first volley of cavalry archers out. Going to be a bit of an issue now for Leblanc if this continues to go, because as we know, cavalry archers are the best hit and run unit in the game. And it looks like that scout is on stand ground, and that is not good. Looks like he's going to lose most of those. Cavalry archers will be able to take out the scouts fairly easily. Having a little bit of trouble queuing some up there by the look of it, trying to figure out where to put his resources into. Scouts again, trying to just do a little bit of disruption, but cavalry archers coming out again. And, well, it's not really looking good at the moment for Leblanc if he can't do any more damage. Viper's definitely ahead at this stage. Cavalry archers, we know, probably one of the most overpowered units in the game, thanks to the Huns' ability to get them so cheap. Skirmishers as well, thing you've got to remember, skirmishers without fletching are outranged by cavalry archers. Especially if they decide to get Bodkin Arrow, which Viper's in the age to be able to do so. So Skirmishers not even going to be quite so effective versus Cavalry Archers, even though they're probably not in the first place unless it's a stand-up fight, because Cavalry Archers can just move around them so well, especially before Thumb Ring and Ballistics is done. But Viper going to move in with these Cavalry Archers, and there's really not a lot Leblanc can do. Saying that as well, we did have Bodkin Arrow on the way, so he will be outranging those Skirmishers by 2 now, which is actually quite huge. He's going to be able to hit and run them, which is something you generally don't want to do. Gonna come in here and get a little bit of harass. No distinctive villager kills. Might try and take out a few skirmishers here because, well, cavalry archers have a whole 50 HP. Over here in his base, it looks like he's gonna try and defend it with the cavalry archers. Saying that as well, town center production pretty much being just complete at this stage. Continuing to queue units, and it looks like Viper will be able to take this one. Is winning the fight over here. Still, I don't think has lost a cavalry archer. Just some smart micro by him being able to do that. And potentially these villagers over here are now in trouble. Is he going to snipe any? He's going to get one and force the skirmishers back. Something you don't generally see from cavalry archers. They generally just can't force skirmishers back because you don't want to be directly engaging them. But getting the tech advantages early in the game just allows you to. More cavalry archers coming out for Viper right now, and ooh, it looks like he got one cavalry archer. Viper playing extremely cost efficient here. And another archery range coming up from Leblanc, trying to do it, but if we look, Leblanc is nowhere near Castle Age right now. He's on 42 population compared to Viper's 45. So Viper's even got the numbers advantage right now, and I would say the army sizes are pretty decent right now for both players. But if anything, Viper probably has a larger army right now. And we know that Leblanc is building counter units, but they're just skirmishers at this stage. And, well, the cavalry archers are outranging them, which is just amazing. It's something we don't generally see. Coming in, getting some harass from this side, gonna harass the lumber as well. And how many villages are we gonna see go down? 1. Hill advantage there. 2, 2. Have we seen any over here? 3, 4, 5 over there. And this is not looking good for Leblanc at all right now. Viper's just decision here to try and do this has been pretty good, and it's interesting to see something new done. And forcing him off lumber again over here, and just this harass is too much. Cavalry archers continuing to come in from Viper. Viper over on this side now, grabbing another villager there. Gonna be able to fight off these archers as well, because even if he doesn't want to fight, he can just run away at this stage, because they're cavalry archers. Pushing in through here, and Leblanc really not getting in a good situation right now. Has a little bit of resource there. He's probably looking at going up to castle, but right now he's on 46 population. His villager count isn't looking very good at all. He's got 16 lumberjacks, 8 farmers, 8 miners, and a lot of idle villagers there. Probably not the best thing to be having right now, especially considering he has to rebuild a lumber camp down here and doesn't have the wood for it. So Viper really choosing a good decision to push in like this, and I'll bring the minimap back up for you. But the fact that he's forced this extra lumber camp over here, forcing all these villagers to continue just walking around, he's got rid of all these farms availability over here, and he pushes into the lumber camp again. I think LeBlanc knew exactly what was going to happen there. He was going to lose all of these villagers here to the cavalry archers, and there wasn't really a lot he could do. I know it's not a big video, but I thought it was really entertaining to watch. It's something different. I'm loving the way Viper's starting to move some of this into a newer gear at this kind of stage. There was an age where Fast Castle Knights was kind of acceptable, and that was kind of the main thing. I don't think maybe Fast Castle. I'll have to go back through some of the Master of Huns to see if this really happened at all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, because it's definitely something different, and people always talk about saying different things, so there you go. And I'll see you in the